2020 was not one of the years which we can say we had it all in a positive way. It's not an year which we even expected. I remember very well at the beginning of this year, or when we were celebrating New Year, that was in January. It was such a joyful moment, welcoming 2020. We were so happy. I remember we did this with some of my best friends, and we were all happy, wishing everyone a happy 2020. Yeah, everything went well until March. Yeah, until March. This is not something to smile about. This is not something to, to put a smile on. This is something which is calling for, according to how you want to interpret it, it's calling for some sadness to some people. But for me, I've decided to just be happy, to just put a smile on, because despite how it was and despite the ups and downs, here I am. Yes, and not only me, even you who are watching me, you who is listening to me, there you are. And so there's a reason to smile and to be happy. Yes. So I'm going to talk about things which I've learned, during this 2020. What are those things which this year has taught me, especially the lockdown season? What have I learned out of it? I've taught myself to learn something out of every situation, be it good and be it bad. I've taught myself to learn something out of it, because I do always say that it's about a decision which you make. If you make a decision to pick, negative things out of every situation instead of picking the positive thing, then it's about you. It's about a decision, and I've learned to learn things out of every situation which I come across. Things which I learned in this year 2020, the biggest beautiful thing you can have is a family. Yes, if you have a family, I know for now or up to now, you have now learned to treasure that family. Yes, after everything went south, we all went back home to our family members, to our kids, to our moms and dads, to our sisters and brothers. We all went home to our family. So what do I mean by saying family? When I'm talking about family, I'm not just talking about, people from the same blood, people who you were born with, or your sisters and your brothers. Because I believe outside there are friends who are part of your family. People who means a lot to you, to a point that you call them family members. That's what I'm talking about. And there's nothing important as that. This 2020 has taught me, no matter what, family first. So for those people who spend a lot of time outside there, people who do not care about their family, people who do not even know how their kids do the homework, how they even sit at the table and eat, how they behave at home, I think this 2020 has shown them the true colors, has shown them how it is and the importance of a family, because we all went back to our people. We all went back to our family, and we have spent time, or we had to be with them. The circumstance or the situation forced us to be with our families. So if you are out there and you never even spend time with your family, then it was difficult for you, because these are people who you do not know. You get out, in the morning and come back at night when the kids are sleeping, and so you don't even have time, or you never even had time to mingle with your family. Now here you are with them, nowhere to go. I've learned to treasure my family. Something else which I've learned, and this is number 2, is about money. Saving money. Just have emergency fund that you can go to and spend when a certain moment or certain point come where you can no longer go out there and earn some money. I've learned to save and save as much as I can. Yes. Number 3, 2020 has taught me to make a beautiful place called home. It doesn't matter whether it's a rented house or it's a villa or just that one single room or it's just 5-bedroom house. Just make that place where you call home comfortable as much as you can. Make that place beautiful for you. You know, people, we used not to spend much time at home, so we never cared whether we have a beautiful or good bed, because we just come home and sleep for few hours and then wake up and go. We never cared whether we have a beautiful kitchen where we can cook. We even never cared whether we have a beautiful living room or we have a beautiful television or we have a beautiful sink where we can sit as a family and have a meal. We never cared of that, because that's not, we used to say that house is for sleeping, it's not for staying. So why make that place? Why spend a lot of money, or why invest a lot of money making our home beautiful or our homes nice, whereas we spend most of our times at work, or most of our days we are at work. We just come home to sleep. That's the mentality we had. But this 2020 has taught me to just make my home as beautiful, as comfortable as I can, because at the end of it, that's all what I have. My home, a place where I go and stay when things outside there are no longer working for me. Number 4, I've learned that we are all equal. I mean, COVID brought us to a point of equality. Your position in the society never mattered. That's to say, respect everyone you meet outside there. Show love to everyone you meet outside there. We are all human beings and we need each other. Number 5, I've learned that technology, or the advanced technology, is very important. Who thought that you can homeschool your child at home? I mean, who thought of that? Who thought that you can work from home? Who thought of that? Who thought of that? You know, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling me this. You know what? I never had a printer because what was the importance of a printer? I don't print papers. I never even wanted to have one. For what? If I need to print something, I would go to a cyber, print 2 papers which I need, and that is all. But now, I need one. I need a computer. I need a laptop at home. I need this printer. I need these gadgets for me to be able to go ahead, for me to be able to work at home, for me to be able to school home or to teach my children, to print papers for my kids. Technology is very important. Imagine if it was not possible to work at home, simply because the technology is not, at that level. Because there are many countries which are not technologically advanced. That is to say, they were not able to work at home, kids were not able to learn at home, and if they were, it just costed them a lot, because they didn't have the gadgets. So here in Germany, people or kids received work through the emails, and through they had a program or an app which they, or where we parents got every information. We got papers where we could just print them and give our kids the work to do. But other countries, they didn't have that. They did not even have a computer at home. They did not even have a printer at home, or if they have one, they do not know how to operate them. You can be having a very expensive computer there with your nice printer, but if you do not know how to operate it, it's just as useless as not having it, And that's the importance of technology. And people have to embrace is people, as you do always say, that technology has come to change a lot of things, and many people, or some people, they do not even like anything to do with technology. But I've learned that it's very important to also advance yourself when it comes to technology. Know how to operate that computer. Know how to operate that phone of yours, which you have a smartphone. Know how to operate those gadgets which you have at home, so that when it comes to a point where you need to use them, then you have the knowledge to use it. Number 6 is about the power of social media. Yes, many people do not like this issue or this word, even social media. They do not like it because they do connect social media with negativity, with evil things. They do say that, social media is a platform where evil things, where negative things do take place. But for me, I can say that social media is a very, very positive platform where you can exercise many things, where you can learn many things. Most of us have learned very many things on social media. Many people have learned how to cook, how to bake, how to to stitch, how to sew, how to do many things online. When we were at home, many people went to Google to search for something, YouTube videos, YouTube movies, and all those things. Social media is such a very powerful platform. And this is if you can decide to use it in a positive way. I've learned that social media, it's a very, very powerful platform. It's about you to choose what to do with it. You can choose to go off the negative side of it because it's there, or you can choose to go to the positive side of it because it's there. The choice is yours. Essential workers. I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about nurses. I'm talking about police officers. I'm talking about those supermarket workers. I'm talking about those truck drivers. When pilots went home, when footballers went home, when those big people with degrees, and name them, went home, essential workers kept on working. They did a very amazing job during this pandemic season. I've learned to appreciate them because they are worth of it. They are very wonderful people outside there. Yes. Number 8, I've learned that life is very unpredictable. You do not know what's going to happen the next day or even the next hour. You do not know. I've learned to appreciate this moment and to live this moment now, to make myself happy now. To do that which makes me happy now. Tomorrow is not promising. You don't know about tomorrow. It's very unpredictable what is going to happen tomorrow. So make sure that you live today as if there's no tomorrow. Make sure you make yourself happy today. Tomorrow might never come. It might never come. Yeah. Number 9, I've learned, to appreciate the very little thing in life. Who even thought that a toilet paper can be that important? A phone call meant a lot to many people. If you received a phone call from a friend of yours, from someone who you love, from someone who you haven't seen for a very long time, this meant a lot for you. I know you felt so nice to just receive that message from a friend of yours, just asking you, are you okay? I've learned to love from a distance. It was just like a normal thing to just ask a friend, hi, can we just meet out? Are you coming? Can we just meet for a coffee? It was just normal. But I've learned to appreciate those moments. I've learned to care, to love, and to show kindness from a distance. Very important. The last one, number 10. I've learned to live by faith, but not by fear. Hashtag we live by faith, but not by fear. You know, this 2020 has shown people the other side of life. What I'm saying is this, that the only thing to live by faith, because we have come this far just by faith, because even the most, learned people didn't have an answer for us. They didn't know what to do. Those medics or those doctors, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. They were just confused as everyone else. And it's only faith which kept us going. It's only faith which kept me going. And I decided to just have faith, trust the process, and just believe in God. Fear drains someone. Fear just makes someone not even to think straight. Fear is the worst thing you can have, because fear will even hinder you from saying something which is just in front of you. And I've learned to just live by faith, and to trust the process, and to be grateful for who I am, for where I am, and for the people I have. People who I can call friends, or people who I can call family members, to just appreciate every step of life I make. Yes. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I do always say, I do not take you for granted that you do take your precious moment, your precious time to just sit down and watch these videos. I say a huge thank you. And thanks a lot for showing me love. And before I say goodbye, I want to say this: think positive, and so shall it be. Goodbye.